Hello, ladies. If you're here with me live, great. If you're watching the recorded version that will be posted on the timeline, it'll stay there. You can do this whenever it suits you. You got to fit it into your schedule. I'm going to try not to talk too much today and see just how far we can get. I would love these workouts to be a half an hour for you, and I'm pretty sure it's my talking that's getting us into trouble here. So, right away. Whoa, that language. Expand there, and we're ready to go. So, I gotta turn that down. These are combo movements. They're, meant to work isolated areas, but in a movement pattern that we might be using in the future. 12, row and reverse fly combo. So that would be here. 1, 2, got it? 5, and 12. Now, at the beginning, if you have to cut your reps down, go ahead and then gradually progress over the month up to the full 12 reps, okay? High pull. This day is predominantly back, shoulders always. That's what I've decided for us. High pull. So what you want to do is squeeze the upper back, okay? 2. And then switch. And 12. Biceps curl to press. Just want to turn that down a tick. Good. And reverse lunge. What I like with reverse lunge, and you might not need a weight to begin with, but something to keep your head, your shoulder engaged with your arm up overhead. Okay? Is this 10 and 10? And just watch that doesn't migrate forward. Try and keep it up at your ear, okay? and 10. All right. New movements are going to cause you to slow down and perform them precisely, okay? Later, as your body and your brain connect, the tempo will move faster. So don't worry about, should I do this fast, should I rest more? Follow your body's signals and keep perfect form. We are going back to row and reverse fly. Okay, so hit the contraction. You're not snapping it and finishing it off with a jerky motion. You're finishing it with a muscle contraction. The big back muscle engages, the shoulders engage. It doesn't, snap into place. That's going to cause problems. High pull. Engage the core on this one, eh? So you're lowering into a squat, but a slight lean forward, working abs, low back. And 12. Good. Bicep curl to press. Woo! Alrighty. Now, at any time, you drop that weight and just get this arm up there, because that is the important part of this movement. Then we continue down the chain of command, asking our core to stay up tall as we move into a lunge. And if all you can do at the beginning is keep that arm up and just step back slightly, that's a good beginning, right? And 10. Good. That's challenging. That's an 8-pound weight. I would say 5 or 3. and 10. The other thing that might happen is muscle knot, tension. It might seize up there. So come down and stretch it out. You might want to move it around a little bit. We've got another shoulder, iso hold shoulder coming up in that windmill. So just be aware after every workout, okay? You have to go after the instabilities and the discomfort so they don't turn into injuries. I think that's 12. High pull. You're not just wrenching it up there and just trying to get that weight up. Trying to contract that muscle. The lat, the delt, and the shoulder rotators. Good stuff. So don't worry just yet about the amount of weight you're using. You're setting up neural patterns, messages. Central nervous system is sending messages so that those muscles fire up, okay? And we're going to progress to a point where they're firing and we're loading it, okay? And that comes closer into season. Right now, lay in some more foundation. Okay. I was going to mention, bring that down safely. Don't just willy-nilly let it fall, okay? You want to keep control of the muscle group under fatigue, all right? Because if it, goes AWOL, it could pull a muscle, pull a joint, pull a tendon. Little break, little drink. We're into gorilla row. The gorilla row is 2 weights. They rest on the floor, dead stop, right? They rest on the floor each time and you have to re-engage each time. So that's gorilla. Your core is also going to be working. Low back will be getting stronger in this position, okay? RDL is for your low back, hamstrings. But we're going to bring it right into a high row. I don't have really little weights for my Y raise. If you do have 3s, maybe 5s, you're welcome to use that. I'm just going to grab one of these bands and see if I can get a good pump out of that. If not, I could use that 8. I've got 1 8, and I might go on one side and then the other. So see what you have in your studio and make your adjustments. And the last one is that windmill press, okay? So you're going to be holding it up. And for this one, I just want you to come down, touch, unless you have the incredible flexibility. Now, a lot of you, when I tested, have wonderful flexibility, but it is local, all right? With this kind of movement, you're asking for that flexibility to pull through your torso and then into your low back and also through there. So we're talking about flexibility in a progressive chain of activity now, okay? So go easy. Change sides and then that's it. Okay, so our gorillas, they're on the floor. I've stabilized myself here, and then I am going to allow for a bit of a twist in my torso, okay? And pull it up and back. 1, 2, 3, 11 and 12, okay? So that allows your muscle to come to a full rest and has to re-engage. I'm gonna do one weight for my RDL to a high pull. Now keep in mind that your shoulders might not love this position up too high. Just bring it to a point where it feels you're engaging the upper back muscles and squeeze, okay? Otherwise, you could do 2 and high pull, which I might do next. I might show you both. And the other one would be a kettlebell. All right, so RDL, remember you drive the hips out. And 12. Good. Here comes my Y. Now again, if you have the lighter weights, your Y raise would be forward and then open and then down, okay? I kind of think this is going to be too tight for me too, so I might go down here and try. No. So what I'm going to do is go through this movement with no weight, and then I'm going to see if I can bring my 3s over here. Okay, so a Y. Let's just go through the movement. Forward, up, engage. 2. There you go. So you can see why that one would require lighter weights, okay? The smaller muscles of the shoulders are doing most of the work there. So these little, little gardening pads at the dollar store are really good for. I'm gonna try this. And I'm just keeping it to the modified version. If you were going to try that full, let me show you, the example I gave you brought him right down. And you know what? By the second time you go through it, your brain might have sent the message and the muscles might have agreed and you might be able to perform it safely. So, giving yourself a weight on top of it. Whoa, that's full stability, core right through your shoulders. Okay. Whew. This side's a little funkier. 1, 2, interesting. 3. 6. Whew. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Yeah, I gotta ease this side into it. It just doesn't like it at all. So now we go back to the gorilla rows, right? Yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna make note of that. And gorilla. Dead stop, alternating rows. 12. Safely up. Good. I'm going to do my RDL. High row. Upright row with kettlebell. Show you that you can use almost any piece of equipment, okay? Bum back and up. And good. Y raise. A few of them with one hand. Remember, you might be doing it with 2, or if you've only got 1 dumbbell. A little bit heavy. You gotta be real careful. Windmill press. Whoops. I'm gonna start on my good side, finish on my sad side. Oftentimes, the side that's performing well will send a message when you do it on the opposite side. So I like to start with strong. It's here. And then reach down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 10. All right, I already feel some real shifts going on in that movement. And if it's not familiar to you, your body might freak out and say, what is she doing? Go at it easily. Don't push hard. Ease in. This side is going a little bit easier. 3. And 10. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta back up a little bit and get the movement down first, right? Gorilla last time. And then we just have one more triple set. 3 exercises for core. Core. Good. Here we go. Safe up. High pull. I don't know if I can do 2. Let me just see. You're welcome to do with 2 weights. RDL to a high pull. 1, 2. I do like challenging those arms unilaterally. And 12. Whew. I'm going to do my Ys without weights. Definitely. And 12. All right, so if you're not using weights, just really get your brain into the contraction at the top. All right. And finally, you'll have to let me know how you do on this one. If you're holding weight up there or not, or if you're getting all the way down. I've been hitting my weights pretty hard, and you know, sometimes those muscles bunch up, so that's why it's kind of important to keep your flexibility programs going. You know, I think you have dance and ballet. That'll help keep you loose, okay? Which is important for your sport. Already, it's feeling much better. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Okay, so keep in mind when you're doing these new movements, it's like a child trying to draw or write within the lines, and at first you just don't have the motor skills to do it, and it takes time. do no harm, but allow yourself to go through that process of learning, right? You know, they say contraindicated exercise harmful, but the learning process is necessary. So with him, he's showing it all the way there, right? And that's going to have a lot to do with the mobility in that shoulder. So just play around with it. I'm going to do this one a couple times in the next month and just gauge my progress. Who knows? I might get on the ice with you one day and have to do a flip or something. Canoe crunch, 10, all right? Then you flip over and do a hyperextension. And then mountain jumper. It's like a climber, but it's a little bit more challenging because you're actually using quite a bit of muscle. So let's just start off with the canoe crunch. A hollow hold. So you'll be, there's your hollow hold, okay? And then I want to bring it into a crunch. 1, 2. Beautiful. Hyperextension could be a Superman. It could be a quadruped. All right, I'm calling it like here for just a hyperextension. But you can also extend your arms. 1, 2, until you feel the low back engage. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 10. Okay. Mountain jumper. I don't know if I want to get rid of this mat. I'm going to see. So the mountain jumper looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 20. Got it? That's not so bad. Try and bring that leg right up to your arm. A good groin stretch, power, and eventually you're going to work at it so you're not jumping up and down too much this way. We want power through those hips. All right? Makes sense if you think of the movements that you have to perform on ice and how they transfer from these movements to something that'll be beneficial. Canoe. Hollow hold, crunch. If you had a big stability ball, you could be doing your low back extensions. You would anchor your feet at the wall, and you could do reverse curls. It would be hyperextension of the ball, right? You would just go there. I have balls somewhere, either in Philadelphia or in Buffalo or here. I don't know where my balls are. Sorry, I said I was not going to talk too much. But That's how I rest in between the sets. My training partner doesn't always appreciate it. And 10. Okay, bring isometric hold to your upper body and I got this. Last one for Canoe. And arms extended, feet extended. If it's too difficult, and some of you taller girls with longer limbs, that is going to be tough. Most of you, all of you tested weak in the core, so don't try and slam out some really hard, challenging movements and positions until you pull it in and build strength in the shorter ranges of movement, okay? And then those muscles will be strong enough to protect you in the extended ranges. Good. Watch the tension in your neck too. Last one. Oh. Okay, I'm going to do this mountain climber, mountain jumper, and then take it to a stretch. All right. Right here, cat cow, whatever feels good, really. All right, you know what parts need attention. The washer, and the dryer, around and around. Good. Change directions. And then I'm just going to do, I think this is called the child's pose. I'm not sure. I'm not a yoga girl. Anyways, I'm going to cut it short right there, you guys. Check the time. Make sure that we're getting this in 30 minutes, all right? Okay. Have a great afternoon. I think I'm still going, yeah. My broadcast dies out here, but I'm still going there. If there's any problems with these broadcasts, please let me know. If there's any questions about the workouts, please let me know. You've got to do them. This is where it comes down to you. You and the weights. All right, woo! Have a great day, you guys. I'm coming over. See you later.